Hi, I'm Jackie with Yoga with Jackie, and today I'd like to share with you one of my favorite movements. It's called oscillating. It also can be called neurogenic tremoring. A friend of mine calls it chaka chaka. And the idea is that we're going to create some tapas or friction in the body. And that friction is going to be with our body against the floor. You can also do it against the wall as well. And the goal is to move connective tissue. So that would be fascia, tendons, even your bones are made up of connective tissue. Sometimes our muscles might feel tight, but it's actually our connective tissue that is tight. This is a great way to just kind of get things flowing, nutrients, fluid, water, everything inside your body. It's also kind of a lot of fun. I will tell you, it might take a little getting used to. I always tell my students it's a little bit like being a piece of jello on a plate and somebody has decided to shake the jello. So that's what you're going to think about when you're doing this, that everything should be shaken. You might even let out sound while you do this, anything that feels good. And really, the sky's the limit. There is no right or wrong except this back and forth motion that we're trying to make. You may want to be on a yoga mat, on a blanket. You can even do this in your bed if you want. And there's all different ways to do it. To get started, come down onto your back. Plant your feet in the floor. And we're not looking for pelvic neutral here or anything. In fact, we want as much of our body to touch the floor as possible so we're getting that friction against our skin, against our connective tissue. So to get started, with your feet planted in the floor, you'll have a sensation that you are moving yourself back and forth. And you can go slow, but I encourage you to really get your pace going so that there's really a lot of sensation happening against the skin and the connective tissue in the body. You might start just nice and easy, going back and forth, letting the energy or the movement come all the way up to your head, along the back of your hands and arms. And then from here, it's really your ball game. You can turn the palms down to get into the palms of the hands and the fingers this way. Just keep moving back and forth. What you might find after a little while is that your legs become a little bit tired because you are really pushing yourself forward and back. Now, just a few quick things for you to explore. One is to bring your hands behind your head, let your head rest in your hands. When you do this, you'll get into your lower back a little bit more than when your head is just on the floor. You might also decide to start to roll over and explore being on your side, moving back and forth. Here, one leg becomes more of your driver, the other leg's a little bit relaxed. You could even drop that leg down, get more into your hip and your outer thigh. I love this position for the back of my shoulder. Sometimes I even turn myself all the way over, straighten my arm, and try to get all along the side of my body from my hip up to my underarms. Head can be lifted or relaxed, and you're still just moving back and forth, forward and back, forward and back. That's the movement. So you can come back through, come over to the other side. You never know what you might find as you explore the movements. You may even find you want to try it on your belly. If you're on your belly, you might use your palms on the floor like Sphinx pose and go back and forth to get your quads, lift your legs up, and then it's your arms that are helping you to move the body back and forth. You can even play with doing this from a seated position. Hands can be behind you. Rocking this is really great for getting into the glutes. And you can see I'm getting a little out of breath. It's a great way to warm up too and get your heart going. You might roll over to the other side. And then sometimes if I really want to get to the outside of my thigh, I might place my hand, a little bit of weight on my thigh, and then move back and forth to get along that IT band and that outer line there. Sometimes I just do my arm on the ground to release both directions. So again, anything is fair game. It's up to you and what you might need. You might try turning your head to the side and going gently along your face and your neck, side of your head. It's up to you. Thanks for joining me for this quick moment of oscillating. I hope you enjoy it.